We tend to think that who we are or how others perceive us is more important than the work we need to do for ourselves. I can be guilty also. The idea of self-esteem is a wonderful thing. We need that. It's a reflection of who we are, but in the context of how others see us. What's up, friends? It's me again. Let's talk for just a brief minute about this whole world of struggling with personal image. Many people struggle with that, and I want to be able to add some value to you because who you are and who you believe you are really, really matter. And in this world where we have lots of haters, even though I don't like that word, but there's a lot of online criticism, there's a lot of personal criticism, and there's very little reassurance. Self-reassurance is different, but there's very little assurance of who we are. And I want to offer that to you. As a father, that's one of the things I feel like I gave to my children. And what men bring, women can bring it too. But what men bring to communities is that reassurance, that affirmation. But in this context, this is something that you can do and that you need to do to make that happen for yourself. So the first thing that I want to talk to you about in this 3-step deal around garnering a better sense of personal image is I want you to practice self-compassion. Now, when I talk about self-compassion, let's put that to the side for a moment. Let's think about your best friend. Typically with our best friend, there might be some arguing, but for the most part, if they need empathy, if they're your best friend, come on. You already know what's going to happen. You're going to make yourself available no matter what you're doing. You'll change time, or you'll let them know that as soon as you're done with this very important thing, you will stop, you will drop other plans, and you will go see them. You'll rearrange your schedule to connect with them. That's the first thing. You'll make time for them. I need you to do that for you. You see, we tend to think that who we are or how others perceive us is more important than the work we need to do for ourselves. I can be guilty also. The idea of self-esteem is a wonderful thing. We need that. It's a reflection of who we are, but in the context of how others see us. So that's good. But self-awareness and self-value, that's absent from outside influences. And it can only be developed and cultivated by you showing empathy and making time for yourself. The other thing that you might do for a best friend is you become super resourceful, right? Your brain starts looking at all the possibilities. Now, don't get me wrong. For some of you, you'll be in their sadness with them for the moment, right? You will, because that's part of showing empathy. But then you become resourceful. Your brain will start thinking of possibilities or silver linings or bright lights or different outcomes that may come about. That's after you've already decided you're going to fight for them. I need you to do the same thing for you. That's what self-compassion looks like. Showing empathy, partnering up, reaffirming, hey, yeah, this is what it feels like. But then at the same time, not getting stuck there, determining, hey, there's some options here that we haven't looked at, and we might want to start going down that path. That it's not going to last forever in the state that it's in. Self-compassion is a really important thing that all of us need to do because it is what we would give our best friend. And it's part of how we cultivate and develop who we become. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to use, practicing self-compassion, but now I want you to cultivate and start writing down positive affirmations. Yeah, I like to call them incantations, like spells that I'm creating for myself. I'm literally creating a script about who I am and what I say I want in my life. Many of you have heard me talk about the 7 areas of life that we all have in common. We all have spiritual, mental, physical, financial, emotional, social, relational, or intimate. We all have that in some fashion or another. Start looking at those. My father calls it dream building. When you go out and you look at big homes or nice cars or things that inspire you, maybe it's clothing, I don't know. But in the 7 areas of life, start finding role models, icons, while you're cultivating your own, or people or scenarios that you think are worthy and valuable to you. Now, it's not enough to have a projection of it. You have to actually be living it. There's a difference there, because otherwise, if it's outside of you, then it's just an ideal, and you may not live up to it, and then you're only going to feel self-condemnation when you do that. But if you go ahead and create these positive affirmations in each of those areas by taking a day, just take a full day for each one. You got 7 days in a week. And all I want you to do is meditate each day on one thing. Do a little research in the morning, identify people that show up or situations that show up, write those things down, get comfortable with it. Find the top 1 or 2 things that you really feel like, you know what, that's what I want. And then at the end of the week or the following week, take time to go, what's really important to me? Let me craft a statement about who I am around this area of life, and do that for each of the 7 areas of your life. And now you have positive affirmation list. You can take that, put it on your mirror, put it on your steering wheel, put it on your wallpaper of your phone, keep it in front of you. It's like a dream board, but it's statements. And the reason these statements are important is because many of us still say statements like, you're stupid, I can't believe you did that. Or F, when you do something that wasn't appropriate or not in alignment with who you are and what you want to become. Well, these positive affirmations begin to, as you read them daily, there's a 3-6-9 method. Look it up. I just recently learned about it. I think I'm going to practice it myself this year. You read it 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, 9 times in the evening out loud to yourself. It helps reset and change the chemistry of your body, because you're using words to speak to the energy within you, and it's going to begin to cultivate you, a brand new you. So we call those positive affirmations, and that's how you can set it up. By the way, if you like the stuff that I've been sharing, go ahead and join my free VIP group where you can get more of this, where we can take time and break it down even more. The third thing I want you to do is I want you to seek professional support. Yeah, we live in an age where mental wellness is a known thing, and we live in a society where the pressure is absolutely consistently mounting. And here's the deal. Whether it's a coach, whether it's a professional therapist, that's up to you. But it's imperative that you start nurturing your soul. There's only one of you. And oftentimes, if we're not journaling on a regular basis, if we're not meditating on a regular basis, and even when we are, we might need some assistance from someone outside of us that can help us process, sort through. This is why reading books is so important. This is why having a mentor and a coach is so important, because you have people who I like to call blind spot watchers that can assist you. So when you you get to have, well, be open, be good to you. Yeah, be good to you over there. The second thing is not only be good to you, but start speaking good to you. And then lastly, connect with people who can help see the good in you and help you sort through the challenges. This has been your coach, Marquise Martin Hayes. Please like, subscribe, share this with people you love. Comment below. Let's start a conversation. More importantly, join the free VIP group. Peace.